Welcome back, Lube Tubers. Jamie Bruce here, back in the boat. I'm riled up today. It's my first full day of fishing of the entire open water season. Got the old GB out in action. She's partially rigged, just waiting on a few more things, but I'm on Falcon Lake, Manitoba, of all places to be in the world, and doing a little searching around for the tournament coming up on Saturday here. It'll be the first derby of the year, and used a vacation day to do some slinging, so gonna go till the GoPro battery dies, and maybe you learn something, maybe you don't, but stick around and we'll dive into her. Jeez, nice cast. Yep, had a little horsepower to her. There's one. Oh, why not? This lake used to get a real bad rap, for myself included. Oh! Look at that old Maverick jerkbait. Look how fat those things are. I've fished tournament days on this lake where I've caught one about like this and weighed it in and was in the top 15 out of 50 boats. And I've also zeroed and been in the top 20 out of 50 boats. Oh, sorry buddy. Saved you with the white newies. Anyway, it's a pretty good lake. It's later in the year. You used to not be allowed to pre-fish this tournament, and now they let you, so I can't really think of a better use of my time than to chew up a vacation day and come slinging. Why not? I haven't been fishing enough. I'm a bad pre-fisher right now because I just want to catch everything. Good, they didn't bite. They saved me from myself. I'm just using a jerk bait to try to raise as many as I can and be able to fish fast. I could pick up the Ned BLT or little Mayer swim bait and slow down and probably pluck a few more, but like I said, I'm just pre-fishing fast, wanting to look at them more than I am wanting to catch them. I just got this is a new prototype rod. It's actually a new series that's coming out, but it's a little 6/8 fast. Got it with the Concept Z2. It's a little rocket launcher. She's just a little lightsaber. Shoop, 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 shoop. If you get a big meat stick, it's like too much lag between jerks. This is just a quick little deal. You have to cast real far. I think I'll set it up to a 7-footer, but with this reel you can launch it pretty good, even on the little shoddy. I'm just a Maverick 110 precision jerkbait. I figured since I'm running the green Baster this year, change all my screens to green. I'm just fishing these little high spots, nothing special, nothing secret. It's spring, they're usually pretty obvious where they're gonna be. For boat one, so I gotta find the best community hole to fleece. Let's see what we got here. New Lund's been good so far. I gotta get a couple more hours on it so I can actually run it in the tournament. It's only got about an hour on it. Initial break-ins at 2 hours and full break-ins at 8. But who wants to go drive around in circles when you haven't been hardly fishing all year? That's why I got the Powerhouses. Sit on my Bill Dance chair and go. Also probably why I have no hours on my motors ever. We're booking 4.5 miles an hour right now. Definitely faster than my first boat. See how brutal this bank looks. It looked like something a bunch of boats would go racing to, but the contours flatten out a little, so if there's a nice mix, then we'll be sailing. We're on, Ronald. Oh, and it's a base. Click, 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 click. Yep. They all have to be under like 17.7 inches or something here. Click, click. I like how everything clicks on these reels. You get that satisfying click, and the drag, it's like a spinning reel drag, not some dirty old traditional bait caster drag. The spool tension clicks, so you know she's going. You can count your clicks. See how we're doing now. Eastern. In the world. Oh yeah. Got us an underhole. That one's probably about a 15-incher. Probably should stop casting at it, but oh yeah, I'm an idiot. They're getting bigger. Honestly, this is a super obvious spot, and there's a lot of boats in the small lake, so sore lip them for the next team maybe. What are we dealing with here? They went from small. That was a nice line lift. Let's see how long she is. Yeah, see, that's a almost 17-incher. That's what you're after. That and rounder on this pond. Probably 3 1/4. Okay, cease fire. Good Lord. I'm gonna pull it away when they come up. No, I'm not. Let's be honest. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll pull it away. There's a whole pack of them there. She's crawling, Bill. Jerkbait reeds. I'm obsessed with this bait right now. I don't want to put it down. I don't know if there's a better pre-fishing bait out there. Well, there probably is. This one, they're eating too good, so should probably have hooks off. There's one. Ooh, that's a gooder. I'm using this straight white one on purpose too. Usually I like to throw a little transparent flare in on tournament day, but you can just see this so much better, and so can the bass. Even though they might eat it a little bit less, they're gonna come sniff it more. Got me one. That's a little flat bank beauty. Oh, you gotta watch boat flipping if they kick that red line. Ooh, she got sharp gills as it is. Another kind of nice one. We're on. Better get a dot down there. See, just flat bank with a couple breaks in it. That's a big one. Good Lord. Looky. Bet you that's an over. You an over, buddy? Those are the ones you want to catch in practice, not in the tournament, because I'm pretty sure I'd have to throw this thing back. And the walleye board. Oh, this would hurt in a derby. Be a line burner. It's probably like close to 4 pounds. Depends how they measure, I guess. Glad I don't have to make that call right now. Lunchtime. Pretty fired up about this. That was a winter late night Amazon purchase. That right there is a 12-volt heated lunchbox. Absolute life changer. I forgot my fork in there. Make me some prefab meals. I got some chicken thighs and cottage cheese shell mix. Nice little touch. Set that on in there. I'm gonna put the old 12-volt Powerhouse to work. This thing probably garbles more power than all my graphs combined. Don't need to be gnawing on some peanut butter and jam. 35 years old, for God's sakes. Got standards, and this is a world changer. Technology these days. Never mind the scopes. We're fired up over the heated lunchbox. Ooh, your first use. Old 12 volty. You got a tall order here. Oh yeah, lights on. CN45, sweetheart. Getting to be afternoony is helping things. This morning was a little slow, like it was fine, but... Or if I'm just getting in a better zone. Having this #1 boat number is really messing with my noggin. There's a pretty good handful of spots now that would be suitable for start. The best spot I found, most of them I think are like, you know, probably 4-pounders, so they're probably almost all overs. That ain't gonna work. Go there and catch 20 pounds and have to throw everyone back. I don't think that's how you play this derby. Well, new boat, sometimes you forget some supplies, so 1 sock and a white Nui, and that's how that happens. More competitors. Boys are out. Uh-oh. Oh man, eater walleye. It's no eater. It's no eater indeed. Yeah, I'd say she wanted it. Okay. Get you freed up there, sweetheart. She's time for a retie. Yes, sir. Big fat, probably 17-incher Ned BLT, little end jig. User. Mark. Lunchtime. How are we doing here, Kit? She's still on. It's a start. Oh yeah, steaming Willie beaming. That'll eat. It was supposed to be green camo. Oh, there's a whole school of them. Look at all those. Jeez Louises. I wish the wrap guy would have gave me real camo instead of the greenest rig in the district. Oh, we're Durban tomorrow, finally. I'm riled up. This is one of those things that always surprises people that are new to tournaments, is that you break all your leaders off and retie everything and put on new hooks and everything like that the night before. Growing up around here and around all the hammers, it's just kind of second nature, but I guess if you don't grow up around it, it's just not something you see all the time. So being anal the night before about your gear is just kind of part of the package. Show you a little trick here while we're here. Use these, I don't know what they're called, they're insanely sharp Rapalist, like shear scissors. That way you can get nice and close. I'm just gonna protect the knot with my fingers and just burn that tag end. People might get scared getting flame that close to your knot, but what happens if you don't do that? Your first few casts, that tag end goes through on your braid and it get a little fluff ball right away. And that's gonna eventually, a couple of those little fibers are gonna make their way back into the knot and eventually lead to failure. A Ned BLT rod, I smoked them yesterday on this jerk bait. That's that Maverick. I just put new red lines in it and pitched all the barbs because it's Manitoba off the new hooks, and she's ready. I was usually using the straight ugly white as a search bait, but they ate it so damn good I gotta throw it again. If you would have done that on like an old school jerk bait or like a cheap one, there would be no paint left on that thing, but probably caught at least 50 just on this bait alone. And she's in derby form still. That and the Ned BLT. I only used 2 of them yesterday. That's all that's left of that one. Just on a little end jig. This one's actually got no glue. I didn't have super glue in the boat. Just that little keeper on the end jig holds them. And Just because you do well in some tournaments, lots of people think you have some secret sneaky rig. Well, the sneak to this is that it's Crush City TPE. There's lots of anise and shrimp, whatever mix they've got in here, they got it right. Just gonna rig that on nice and straightish. And the lacer on there. It's pretty simple on these. There's a little like flat spot in the ribs, so you know you're in the right place. Always, this is the longest bait to rig, is the one the night before a tournament. If we were just fishing, it would already be in the water by now. Probably straight as an arrow, but you start overthinking things and redoing it, and then you end up with it a little crooked, but that's pretty good. That's her. Using a 1/4 ounce end jig. Just fire it around, put it in front of more bass. More chances of catching one. It's pretty simple. Don't forget about the barb pinch. There's probably not many bass tournaments where you have to pinch your barbs around. But it's fine. And honestly, like if you're jerkbait fishing, it makes everything way easier in the net. If you get a hook through your hand, you're pretty glad to have barbless. We got a lot of barbless water in Ontario too, in lake trout zones, but all of Manitoba I think is barbless. So we'll roll with that. You just got to put it out of your mind when you're fighting them. If you remember, oh, I don't have a barb on there, you'll probably lose them. Otherwise, I don't think you actually lose that many more fish just because you don't have barbs. We're gonna keep her simple. I just talked to my partner Rob, told him 4 rods. Net rig, marabou jig. Right there, BT marabou jig out of the pack, good to go. If you're running low on time or don't know how to tie your own, that is the way to go. You just get a perfect one every time. Jerkbait, Ned marabou. Oh, and a little Mayer swim bait. That's gonna be all that's on the deck. She's a simpleton. The scopes could shut off right now and we'd be just fine. It's gonna be a shallow water tournament by the looks of things. I won it out there twice deep. Like deep, like us. That was no fun for everyone. This way, everyone's gonna catch fish, everyone's gonna have fun. The weather's gonna be ugly, but it's still gonna be good fishing. So stick around and we'll bring you to Falcon Lake, Manitoba for the first derb of the year.